Hello everyone, I am Acharya Pankhuri Verma. Welcome to my channel Medical Astrology by Acharya Pankhuri Verma. In my previous video, I talked about significations of planets in medical astrology, and in this video I will talk about Balarishta. Balarishta is a very important topic in medical astrology, and I will discuss all the factors and all the planets which affect the native in his or her lifetime, which causes Balarishta. Now, Arish meaning is to face any sort of misfortune, generally in health, in the physical form only, not mental form. Physically, Balarishta affects native in majorly. Okay, Balarishta, as the name suggests, basically means sufferings to the newborn. And Balarishta yogs in astrology are the yogs which shows bad health or suffering or even death of a newborn. Also, as per classical texts, any of the Balarishta yoga in the horoscope indicates death. But I think it's not necessary death only. It indicates death-like situations, which is also called Mrityu Tulye Kasht in Hindi, which a newborn may have to face. Now, death may occur only in the cases if effects of malefics in the major form in the horoscope. Otherwise, it is ill health only. It can be called only ill health, normal health issues which native faces like fever, cold, cough, etc. Now, Balarishta, like many other doshas or bad combinations in a horoscope, occurs only because of past life karmas of a native, as horoscope is the result of past life karmas, which you, any person either enjoys or suffer in his or her lifetime. As we all know that one has to suffer and one has no choice of selecting their mother, their father, siblings, spouse, children, etc. We get what we deserve according to our past life karmas, and God is not to be blamed in any way, because we are suffering because, or we are enjoying because of our past life karmas only. Now, a person entering in a new life suffers firstly his or her mother's bad karmas for first 4 years, secondly his father's bad karmas for next 4 years, and thirdly his own bad karmas of previous births for next 4 years. So this is the ladder how a native with ill health or Balarishta can face, or any person or any newborn faces from time to time. First 4 years, his or her mother's bad karmas. Second 4 years, his or her father's bad karmas. And thirdly, his own bad previous birth karmas for next 4 years. Now, we have talked about Balarishta. Now, I would like to discuss the principles while judging in a horoscope about this dosh, that is Balarishta. First and foremost, I would like to tell you all that moon is the most important planet to examine, or you have to analyze before you predict or tell anybody or any person which comes to you for prediction or help that they are facing or their children are facing Balarishta or not. You have to carefully examine the moon in their chart. Firstly, I would like to discuss about the planet moon. Now, moon is one of the planet which indicates our mental and physical health. It is the most important planet to see the physical and mental health of a native. And for sound health, one must have a good placement of moon in their chart. Okay, So moon, if afflicted, if severely afflicted, causes many types of mental illnesses and many other major disturbances in our life, which can cause death or death like situations, like I told you, mrityu tulye kasht, death or death like situations. It is the most important planet. Now, and in our classical texts and many of our rishis, they have considered moon as the one of the important factor to be judged in case of Balarishta. As I told you, you have to carefully examine the placement of moon, not only in lagna chart but in moon chart, navamsha, other charts as well, in bhav chalit as well. Now, ascendant, which is also called lagna in Hindi, and the ascendant lord, which is also called lagnesh in Hindi. This is the second point we have to examine carefully. So our lagna and lagnesh, ascendant and ascendant lord. What does lagna means? What does ascendant means? What is ascendant? Ascendant or lagna indicates me, us, you. You are the ascendant. There are 12 types of zodiac signs, and people in this world are have their own ascendant according to their own karmas. Okay, so lagna means us, me, you. Our overall personality, health, is indicated by lagna and lagnesh, that is ascendant and ascendant lord, wherever it is placed in the chart. Okay, if both, that is ascendant, if your ascendant and your ascendant lord, both of them are severely afflicted either by the aspects of malefics or hard aspects, I can say, or if they are in Pap Katri yoga, or your Lagnesh or ascendant lord is conjunct with strong malefics, or they are posited or placed in bad houses, these yogs or these doshas, these afflictions to your Lagna or Lagna lord will deteriorate your health or one's health. Then there are less chances of sound health of a native. Then the native will definitely face health related issues in his or her entire life. So first you have to carefully examine moon. Second, you have to carefully examine lagna and lagnesh, that is your ascendant and ascendant lord. If, for example, if your lagna, if your ascendant is in good, under the benefics influence and not in malefics influence, and if your ascendant lord is very much severely afflicted by malefics, then there can be some relief to you. But if both of them are severely afflicted, then there are along with moon, then there are very less chances that you may enjoy your life. Your health will be very good. It is very difficult for the native to enjoy his or her life or health. So third point which I'm going to discuss here is about to how to carefully examine whether the person or native or newborn is facing Balarishta or not. Third point is the eighth lord and the eighth house. Eighth house is the house of death. It is the house of, I must say, it is the house of a well which is very, very very, very deep. Sorry. A well which is very, very deep and there is darkness all around. Now, thirdly, we have to carefully examine the eighth lord and eighth house. Eighth house of a horoscope indicates especially longevity of a native, that what is the age of native. Eighth house depicts the longevity. And any type of bad influence on 8th house or 8th lord, like strong malefic influence on the 8th house or 8th lord, except Saturn, definitely indicates ill health or short lifespan of a native, creating Balarishta Yoga. Now, as I told you that any malefic influence on the 8th lord or 8th house will give short lifespan or death-like situations to the native. But here is an exception. If Saturn is placed in the 8th house, or Saturn is aspecting 8th house or 8th lord, or any type of connection Saturn is making with the 8th house, it will not give bad effects, because Saturn is the karaka of 8th house, and if Saturn is placed in the 8th house, it gives um, good lifespan or longevity. So Saturn is the exception. So next, the point which is very very important to carefully examine the Balarishta Yoga in a particular horoscope is of course dasha and transit. Dashas are the time cycles which, according to your past life karmas, you get at your birth. So dasha and transit both play a very important role to, for an astrologer especially, to connect whether the native with such bad influences which he is getting in his horoscope can get some sort of relief or not, whether he will die or he will not. So dasha and transit are very important. Both dasha and gochar, transit is called gochar in Hindi, so both of them plays an important role in one's lifetime, as it depends on dasha which the native is undergoing is favorable or not. Obviously, dasha we get according to our past life karmas. So either the planet will help will help give sound health or creates Balarish. The particular planet which is running in the dasha or antadasha at the time of birth of the native will decide that whether the native is going to get Balarishta Yoga or not, whether he or she will get relief or not, whether he or she will die or will face death-like situations and get a bit relief. Also in transit, important planets like moon, sun, your ascendant lord, if they are also under bad influence at the time of birth of the native or not, we have to see all these things as well. Okay, your moon as I discussed is very important planet. Sun is also secondly very important planet, as it depicts the general overall health of the native. Your lagna, if in transit bad planets are influencing your lagna and your lagnesh, then there are no chances, or there are less chances that the native will survive. Okay, whether the native will be able to survive or fight from the Balarishta Yoga or not. If, for example, the dasha is indicating mixed results, like this native will face death-like situations and for particular period for 1 to 2 months, and after 2 months dasha changes and that dasha is favorable for you, then that particular native will get relief. Okay, so these 4 points are very important. You have to for an astrologer in medical astrology, to find out that whether the person is facing Balarishta or not, or whether they will get relief or not. So keep in mind all these points and carefully examine the horoscope before predicting or before helping other people. Thank you for watching this video. I will meet you in my next video. Namaste. Om Namah Shivaya.